Hi everyone, my name is Abhishek and today I'm going to talk about our ongoing work on the question of rationality of social choices in Zebrafish. Economic rationality assumes stable order of valuation of options. This indicates that brain calculates values of options independent of the context of available choices. On the contrary, the comparison-based models indicate that brain always computes values in comparison with other available options. According to independent valuation models, if one has a stable order of preference of apples to strawberries and strawberries to bananas, one should prefer apples to strawberries even when bananas are removed from a choice set. This is referred as axiom of independence of irrelevant alternatives. Mathematically, the probability of choosing option X over Y should remain constant even with change in a choice set. We presented the shoal of different group sizes to a freely moving zebrafish in the central tank. In a counterbalance presentation of dichotomous and trichotomous choice sets after 5 minutes of no shoal presentation trials. We tracked the fish using deep lab cut pose estimation software and generated trajectories. Using these trajectories, we calculated the time spent in each sector and relative preference for the larger shoal of 4 and 6 over 2 and 3 with one fish as third option, also known as the decoy option. Relative preference was compared between dichotomous and trichotomous treatment. At the population level, we found that relative preference for the larger shoal was significant only in the presence of third option, both in 4 versus 2 and 6 versus 3 choice set. And it was contributed primarily by the male subpopulation, shown here in the green. Error bars here are the 95% confidence intervals. While in the absolute share of time in each sector, we found asymmetric portioning out of time only in the smaller shoal in the case of males, while females symmetrically portioned out time for the third option, thus leading no change in the relative preference for the larger shoal. We also found this shift in preference in trajectory density. Red and green regions here are significantly different regions between dichotomous and trichotomous trajectory density, showing significant suppression of densities facing the smaller shoal in the case of trichotomous trials, only among the male subpopulation. We also wanted to check the temporal effect of adding the decoy option. We examined the preference index in 30-second bins. Error bars here indicate the 90% confidence intervals. We theoretically calculated the smallest effect size of interest, below which the effect sizes were not considered worthwhile. In the trichotomous trials of the 4 versus 2 choice set, the 90% confidence intervals crossed the smallest effect size boundary within the first 30 seconds, while in the case of dichotomous choice sets, it crossed only after 200 seconds, indicating that third option facilitated decision making even temporarily. To summarize, we found sex-based differences in the shoaling task. Only females prefer the larger shoals, and only males exhibit violation of rationality. Establishing zebrafish as a model to study the neural basis of economic decision making, as it shows wide range of social behaviors and is a vertebrate model system with the possibility of single neuron resolution studies. I would like to thank Ashoka University for the funding and all the amazing people working on the Zebrafish Rationality project. Thank you.